For nearly 2 decades, 2 schools have dominated the SEC championships, with Alabama and Georgia having won 16 of the last 17 title meets. But this ain't your grandmother's SEC anymore. Parity has come to the Southeastern Conference. The have-nots are claiming their share of the gymnastics spotlight with great talent from top to bottom. Could this be the year one of these 4 teams topples the giants at the top? Find out next on SEC TV. Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama, home sweet home to the Southeastern Conference and Bartow Arena, built for basketball, but home to gymnastics tonight as WorldSpan presents the SEC Women's Gymnastics Championship. Hello, everybody. I'm Brian Trevor. Consider this. 5 of the 6 teams competing here today are ranked in the top 20 in the country. And we have used the word parity all season long. And that's not to say that the best teams have lost a step, but rather the rest of the league has elevated its performance to challenge the best. Now, joining me is Lori Strong-Ballard, NCAA champion and Olympian. Lori, we have said it all year long, but we will see it here tonight, I think, more than ever, that the SEC top to bottom is as strong as it's ever been.
Brian, throw out the rankings. This is one night of competition, a head-to-head battle, and it could be anyone's title. Georgia and Alabama are ranked 2 and 3 in the country, but consider this. LSU has experience, and they've broken 2 school records this year. Florida has their healthiest team ever. Kentucky, wow, they are fielding their best team in history, and Auburn surprised the nation by beating Florida for the first time since 1993.
Okay, but Lori, the word parity implies equality. And let's face it, a couple of teams are a little more equal than the rest.
Well, Georgia and Alabama will continue their battle for supremacy in the SEC, but it's interesting to see how different these 2 teams really are. Alabama's had the luxury of incredible depth and experience, so Sarah Patterson's been able to rest some of her superstar athletes like Andrea Pickens and Kristen Sterner, so they're healthy and peaking right now. Georgia continues their battle with injuries. The recent loss of Cassie Bear will hurt them on 3 events, especially vaulting, where they're ranked number 1, and for the first time in years, they're going to have to count a non-10-0 vault. But don't count out the gym dogs. They still have their bite. They still have a core, small group of premier athletes, but they're going to have to hit every single routine.
We talked to the coaches earlier about their chances of winning here tonight.
I think you could throw the rankings out because they're just fractions of a point, you know, one team over the other. And I think if you look at the win-loss record amongst our conference, that we have all beaten each other on different days. And so I think it comes down to who has the best night tomorrow night, who's able to put together the most stuck landings, you know, the best routines, the most hit handstands on bars. And I think you could see, you know, one of 3 or 4 teams come out as the champion. And, you know, I just have to like the fact that we're performing well right now. And I like our chances of going out and just having a great meet.
We've got to be close to perfect. We have to have a spectacular meet. The margin for error has gotten smaller and smaller for us because of the injuries. So we really have to have a spectacular meet. We've got to be on all 5 people on every single event. And I don't mean just hitting the routines and scoring 9-8s. And we're going to have to stick. We're going to have to push ourselves to, you know, really have a terrific meet this weekend.
Okay, Laurie, if Georgia and Alabama, or Alabama and Georgia, are the favorites here tonight, LSU and Florida are the 2 teams most likely to upset the usual apple cart.
Well, LSU is big news here. They already beat Alabama this year, and they come into this meet after setting their 2nd school record. This senior-dominated team is brimming with confidence and peaking. But at an SEC championships, never rule out Florida. They are the healthiest they've been all year, and coming in here after 4 losses, they are hungry for a victory.
And we talked to their coaches about their chances here tonight in the championship.
If our kids can go out there and just do what they do in the gym every day and believe in their ability and go after it without fear, yes, I think they have the ability to do that, and I think they can win.
I think that LSU is doing what it takes to be at the top of this league. And if it all comes together tomorrow night and we can seize the moment and there's a crack in the door, we're going to kick it open and step through it.
Well, Laurie, that takes care of the team situation, but we know we've got some outstanding individual performers here tonight. They're going to light this place up. And, of course, there's the individual all-around competition.
the defending all-around champion, Corey Fritzinger, has somehow evaded that sophomore slump and has had a phenomenal year for the Gym Dogs, a true candidate for this all-around title. And Andrea Pickens seems to be fully recovered from her Achilles tendon tear. She debuted in the all-around just last week and shattered a long-standing school record. A big-time candidate for Freshman of the Year is from Florida, Orly Smooch. What a wonderful athlete with an energetic personality, and she throws some big-time unique skills in her routines. And a senior from LSU, Nikki Arnstad, is finally healed from a foot injury. She told me she's strong and ready to go on 4 events, but her forte is the floor exercise, where she scored a perfect 10 earlier this year.
Okay, if you can keep track of all of that, you are ready. We sure are. We'll come right back. Show you how to draw win to get this thing going as WorldSpan presents the SEC Women's Gymnastics Championships.